up in verse 25 that talks about without or outside shall the sword bereave, and the chamber's terror slaying both young man and virgin and suckling and the man of gray hairs. And actually that was supposed to be the last verse for tonight, so let's finish it. Without, this means outside. Outside shall be the sword that causes grief. And in the chamber's terror, slaying both young man and virgin and suckling and man of gray hairs. Outside. What does that mean, outside? Outside of Eden after the final judgment. What was it like outside of the ark? You have people, old, young, women carrying babies, you know, people in their hover-rounds trying to get to the ark. But they didn't go in because they didn't want to believe and receive while there was time to believe and receive. And as a result, it affected the lives of those who were too innocent to know any better. But let's consider what Revelation says. Revelation 22, I'm glad I wrote it down, 22:15, that says outside, without. He's talking about entering into the garden, but he says outside will be dogs and sorcerers and whoremongers and manslayers and idolaters and everyone that loves and does falsehood. It says, I, Joshua, have sent my messenger to testify to you these things before the assemblies. He has sent a messenger to the assemblies. He has sent messengers to teach us what is and what is not. Do we pay attention and enter in through the narrow door? Or do we continue to say, I am Jezreel, I am righteous, and stick with these non-deities and stick with these teeth of beasts and venom of crawling things? Do I continue to grow fat and forsake the Eloha that made me? I continue to sacrifice to demons, to non-deities, to these deities that my forefathers didn't know? Do I continue to reject the rock that brought you forth? Do I continue to reject the Torah? And do I continue to be unmindful to it and reject my Elohim? This is a song that Moses is singing to the people, telling them, you're going to do this. You're going to reject him. You're going to fall into idolatry. And I'm telling you now that it's going to happen. Joshua came and told us, I'm straightening it out. I'm going to die for you. I'm going to shed my blood. But that blood is going to allow you to make teshuvah and to be forgiven immediately and be restored to your Elohim immediately. Because you are going to transgress. And you're going to transgress in the grossest of ways. But I'm here for you to be able to make teshuvah and come back to the Father, no matter how bad your transgression gets. So Moses told them, Joshua told us, we have the responsibility to proclaim it. Because Joshua said, go to the ends of the world and make Talmudim, make students, tell people about it. And then it says, teach them, immerse them, not necessarily baptize them in water, but immerse them in the name of the Father. Immerse them in the name of the Son. Immerse them in the name of the Ruach, so that they are immersed mentally in these things, and teach them the ways of Elohim. This is a piece of the song, and it's such a beautiful song. If we believe that Elohim exists, then we have to take what's in his Torah seriously. And we understand that there's going to be a time where it's too late. We see that right here in verse 25. continue the balance of this song next Friday, and I'll bring you a handout for this first part as well. Any questions on this? Going once? Going twice?
The last two statements you're going through, were they basically the recap of the points within the song?
There was the recaps of the
Yeah,
points.
song.
The recaps of the
And
points.
so that had been the question on the covered there.
All right, well, grooviness is achieved.